Question 221. After speaking with the end user and collecting relevant details about the issue, what should the junior network technician do next? A. Document the findings and outcomes. B. Escalate the ticket to a senior technician. C. Establish a theory of probable cause. D. Implement the solution. Correct answer. C. Establish a theory of probable cause. The next step is to establish a theory of probable cause. This allows the technician to hypothesize about the source of the issue based on the information gathered, which guides further troubleshooting and helps narrow down possible solutions. Question 222. Which step of the troubleshooting process is dedicated to developing a strategic plan for resolving the issue? A. First step. B. Second step. C. Third step. D. Fourth step. Correct answer. C. Third step. The third step in the troubleshooting process is focused on formulating a structured plan to resolve the identified issue. This step involves reviewing the root cause to determine possible solutions, evaluating the feasibility and effectiveness of each solution, prioritizing actions to ensure an efficient resolution, aligning the chosen approach with best practices and organizational policies. By establishing a clear plan, technicians can systematically proceed with the resolution while minimizing risks and disruptions. Question 223. When a user contacts Lily at the help desk to report that their mouse is unresponsive, they cannot connect to the internet, and all their emails have disappeared from their inbox. What would be the most appropriate course of action for Lily to take? A. Create a separate trouble ticket for each problem. B. Escalate the call to a senior technician. C. Have the caller's computer replaced with a new one. D. Send a technician to the user's site to address all of the problems. Correct answer. A. Create a separate trouble ticket for each problem. Creating separate support tickets for each issue is an effective incident management approach in a technical support environment, especially when users experience multiple problems simultaneously. This method helps categorize the issues systematically, making it easier to identify their causes and solutions. It also ensures that complex problems are addressed by individuals with the appropriate skills. Question 224. Which category of security equipment encompasses identification badges, key fobs, and access control vestibules? A. Asset tracking. B. Data security. C. Physical security. D. Port security. Correct answer. C. Physical security. Physical security is the protection of assets, infrastructure, and personnel from threats such as unauthorized access, theft, damage, or harm. It includes measures taken to protect physical locations and equipment from risks such as natural disasters, human attacks, or technical failures. Key components of physical security include access control and monitoring measures for restricted areas, such as the use of ID cards, electronic locks, key fobs, biometric systems, etc. Video surveillance systems that monitor premises and help prevent criminal activity. Alarm systems and motion sensors designed to detect unauthorized access or movement. Question 225. What statement regarding BGP does not accurately reflect its characteristics? A. BGP is a link state routing protocol. B. BGP is an exterior gateway protocol. C. BGP shares routes among autonomous systems. D. BGP supports classless interdomain routing. Correct answer. A. BGP is a link state routing protocol. BGP, Border Gateway Protocol, is a routing protocol used to exchange and share routing information between autonomous systems on the Internet. It is the primary protocol utilized for routing between Internet service providers and large organizations. Characteristics: it is a distance vector protocol that transmits information about the path to other networks. It supports classless interdomain routing, allowing for classless routing. It is an exterior gateway protocol used to exchange routing information between different autonomous systems. Question 226. What encryption protocol is used in the Wi-Fi Protected Access 2 wireless security standard? A. CCMPAES. B. EAPTLS. C. TACACS plus. D. TKIPRC4. Correct answer. CCMPAES. UPA2, Wi-Fi Protected Access 2, is a wireless network security protocol developed to enhance protection compared to earlier protocols. It uses CCMP, counter mode with cipher block chaining message authentication code protocol, based on AES, Advanced Encryption Standard, for data encryption, providing a higher level of security than TKIP, Temporal Key Integrity Protocol, used in WPA. Question 227. In a switched network, which devices typically provide the administrative boundaries that virtual local area networks establish? A. Bridges. B. Firewalls. C. Hubs. D. Routers. Correct answer. D. Routers. Virtual local area networks are virtual networks used to establish management boundaries, enhancing security and traffic management. They allow network administrators to segment the network into different groups without needing physical separation, which improves performance and access control. Within a VLAN, routers can route traffic between different VLANs, enabling them to function as management boundaries within the network. Routers can analyze IP addresses and manage traffic from separate VLANs. Question 228. The method used to confirm the correct wiring arrangement within a cable is referred to as a wire map test or wire mapping. A. True. B. False. Correct answer. A. True. Wire mapping is a testing process that ensures each wire in a cable is correctly terminated at both ends according to the required wiring standard. This test helps identify common issues such as miswiring, opens, shorts, and split pairs, ensuring proper connectivity in network cabling. Question 229. Which tool can identify a cabling fault caused by an overly long cable segment? A. Multimeter. B. TDR. C. Tone locator. D. Punch down tool. Correct answer. B. TDR. A time domain reflectometer is used to diagnose issues in network cabling, including excessive cable length, breaks, and impedance mismatches. It sends electrical pulses through the cable and measures reflections to determine the exact location of faults, making it an essential tool for troubleshooting cable-related connectivity issues. Question 230. Which action should be taken to ensure that unnecessary services are disabled on all switches within a network environment? A. Baseline review. B. Log scanning. C. Packet capturing. D. Port scanning. Correct answer. D. Port scanning. Port scanning is used to identify open ports and active services running on network devices, including switches. By performing a port scan, administrators can detect and disable any unnecessary services, reducing potential security vulnerabilities and minimizing attack surfaces. Question 231. Which type of cable is commonly used with an F-type connector? A. Coaxial. B. Fiber optic. C. STP. D. UTP. Correct answer. A. Coaxial. An F-type connector is primarily used with coaxial cables, which are commonly found in cable television, satellite TV, and broadband internet connections. This connector provides a secure screw-on connection, ensuring minimal signal loss and interference. Coaxial cables with F-type connectors are widely used for RF radio frequency signal transmission, making them ideal for applications requiring high-frequency data transfer over long distances. Question 232. How can identifying symptoms help in troubleshooting network issues? A. It eliminates the need for further diagnostics or testing. B. It ensures that the issue is always related to hardware failure. C. It guarantees that the network will return to normal operation automatically. D. It helps distinguish between different types of network problems, such as slow speeds, connectivity loss, or intermittent failures. Correct answer. D. It helps distinguish between different types of network problems, such as slow speeds, connectivity loss, or intermittent failures. Recognizing specific symptoms, such as slow speeds versus total disconnection, helps determine whether the problem is related to congestion, misconfiguration, or hardware failure. This guides the next troubleshooting steps. Question 233. Which type of virtualization is also known as bare metal? A. Type 0. B. Type 1. C. Type E2. D. Type 3. Correct answer. B. Type 1. Type 1 hypervisors, also known as bare metal hypervisors, run directly on the host's hardware without requiring an underlying operating system. This allows them to efficiently manage virtual machines with lower latency and better resource allocation compared to Type 2 hypervisors, which operate within a host OS. Type 1 hypervisors are commonly used in enterprise environments for large-scale virtualization deployments. Question 234. Which of the following is the most appropriate term for software that regulates what a user can access, typically associated with websites? A. Content filter. B. IDS. C. Proxy server. D. Radius server. Correct answer. A. Content filter. A content filter is used to limit or control the types of material a user can access, especially online. It is often employed to block harmful or inappropriate websites according to set rules, keywords, or categories. Organizations and educational institutions typically use content filtering to enforce security protocols, prevent access to malicious sites, and ensure adherence to acceptable use policies. Question 235. What is a manually configured routing table entry commonly called? A. Static route. B. Dynamic route. C. Hybrid route. D. Default route. Correct answer. A. Static route. A static route is a predefined entry in the routing table set by the network administrator, assigning a fixed path for data to follow. It remains unchanged unless manually modified. Question 236. Which network topology allows for expansion with minimal disruption to existing users? A. Bus. B. C. Ring. D. Star. Correct answer. D. Star. A star topology is the best choice for network expansion because each device is connected to a central hub or switch. Adding new devices only requires connecting them to the hub or switch without affecting the rest of the network. This minimizes downtime and disruptions for current users. Question 237. What advantages does MIMO technology offer in the 802.11n standard? A. Channel expansion. B. Gigabit wireless bandwidth. C. Multi-path support. D. Channel bonding. Correct answer. C. Multi-path support. MIMO, multiple input, multiple output, enhances wireless communication by utilizing multiple antennas to transmit and receive data simultaneously. This improves signal quality, increases data throughput, and provides better resistance to interference by leveraging multipath propagation, where signals take multiple paths to reach the receiver. Question 238. What transport layer protocol in the OSI model provides a connection-oriented service with guaranteed delivery? A. IP. B. TCP. C. UDP. D. NTTR. Correct answer. B. TCP. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, is an important protocol in the transport layer of both the OSI, Open Systems Interconnection Model, and the TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol/Internet Protocol model. When it operates, it establishes a connection between the sender and the receiver through a three-way handshake process. This process ensures the reliability and integrity of the data packets. TCP is commonly used for applications that require accuracy and data order, such as web, email, and file transfer. Question 239. What is the term for the mechanism that DNS clients use to generate name resolution queries and send them to DNS servers? A. Authority. B. Forwarder. C. Requester. D. Resolver. Correct answer. D. Resolver. DNS, Domain Name System, is a naming system used to translate easily memorable domain names, such as www.example.com, into IP addresses, like 192.0.2.1, that computers use to communicate with each other on the Internet. When DNS clients do not know the IP address, they utilize a mechanism called a resolver. This mechanism works as follows. Step 1. The resolver generates resolution queries and sends them to DNS servers, requesting the server to find the IP address for the domain name. Step 2. When the DNS server finds the IP address, it sends that information back to the resolver, which then forwards the IP address to the DNS client for use. Question 240. Which tool combines the functionalities of DHCP and DNS, ensuring synchronization between the two systems? A. APIPA. B. DHCPv6. C. Hosts. D. IPAM. Correct answer. D. IPAM. IPAM, IP Address Management, is a comprehensive network management tool that integrates the functions of DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, and DNS, Domain Name System. It enables network administrators to manage IP address allocation, monitor usage status, and ensure seamless interaction between DHCP and DNS services. When a DHCP server assigns an IP address to a device, IPAM automatically updates the DNS records so that the device can be accessed via its domain name. Conversely, if there are changes to the DNS records, IPAM ensures that the DHCP server is aware of these changes, helping to prevent conflicts and improve network performance. Question 241. Which organization is responsible for assigning the well-known port numbers used in transport layer protocol headers? A. Institute for Electronic and Electrical Engineers. B. International Organization for Standardization. C. Internet Assigned Numbers. Authority. D. Internet Engineering Task Force. Correct answer. C. Internet Assigned Numbers. Authority. The Internet Assigned Numbers Authority, IANA, is the organization responsible for coordinating and managing Internet resources, including the allocation of IP addresses and management of port numbers. IANA maintains a database of well-known port numbers used in transport layer protocols such as TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, and UDP, User Datagram Protocol. Well-known port numbers range from 0 to 1023 and are typically assigned to specific services and applications. For example, port 80 is used for HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Port 443 is used for HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Security. Assigning these ports allows applications and services to communicate effectively and helps prevent conflicts. Question 242. Which layer of the OSI model is associated with the fundamental operations of switches and bridges? A. Data link. B. Network. C. Physical. D. Transport. Correct answer. A. Data link. A switch is a network device that primarily operates at the data link layer of the OSI model, connecting multiple devices within a LAN. Its main function is to forward data between devices based on their MAC addresses, optimizing bandwidth and minimizing congestion. The switch remembers the MAC addresses of devices, allowing it to send data only to the intended recipient, thereby enhancing network performance. A bridge is a network device that operates at the data link layer, used to connect and segment different LANs. Its function is to analyze and determine whether data should be forwarded based on MAC addresses, helping to reduce unnecessary traffic on the network. Bridges are commonly used to extend small networks or link different networks without altering the existing structure. Question 243. Which transmission method is the most efficient when specific nodes on a network, but not all, need to receive certain packets? A. Unicast. B. Broadcast. C. Multicast. D. Anycast. Correct answer. C. Multicast. Multicast is the most efficient method for delivering packets to multiple designated recipients without sending them to every node on the network. It reduces unnecessary traffic by allowing data to be transmitted only to nodes that have explicitly joined the multicast group, improving bandwidth usage and network performance. Question 244. What is the primary use of a path vector routing protocol like BGP? A. Routing within a single local area network. B. Routing between routers inside an enterprise network. C. Routing between autonomous systems on the Internet. D. Routing based only on hop count. Correct answer. C. Routing between autonomous systems on the Internet. Path vector routing protocols, such as BGP, are used to exchange routing information between autonomous systems. Path vector routing provides scalability for global Internet routing. If path vector protocols were not used, different networks could not efficiently share routing policies and reachability information. Question 245. Which of the following best describes the function of a Layer 2 switch? A. It forwards packets based on IP addresses. B. It operates at the network layer of the OSI model. C. It forwards frames based on MAC addresses. D. It uses routing protocols like OSPF and BGP. Correct answer. C. It forwards frames based on MAC addresses. A Layer 2 switch operates at the data link layer and forwards frames based on MAC addresses. Layer 2 switching provides efficient local traffic management within the same network segment. If Layer 2 switches were not used, small local networks would require routing for all traffic, increasing complexity. Question 246. Which class does the IPv4 address 190.126.14.251 belong? A. Class A. B. Class B. C. Class C. D. Class D. Correct answer. B. Class B. IPv4, Internet Protocol version 4, is the fourth version of the Internet Protocol, used to identify devices on a network through numerical addresses. Classification of IPv4. Addresses. Class A, 0.0, 0.0.0 to 127, 0.255, 0.255, 0.255. Class B, 0.0.0.0 to 127.255.255.255, 128.0.0.0 to 191.255.255.255. Class C, 192.0.0.0 to 223.255.255.255. Question 247. Which cable type is functioned for thick Ethernet network segments? A. RG8. B. RG58. C. RI11 and D. RJ45. Correct answer. A. RG8. Thick Ethernet uses a coaxial cable called RG8. The cable is thick and heavy, and it is not very flexible. It is also more susceptible to interference than other types of cables. Thin Ethernet uses a coaxial cable called RG58. The cable is thinner and lighter than thick Ethernet cable, and it is more flexible. However, it is also more susceptible to interference. 10 base T, 100 base TX, and 1000 base T all use twisted pair cables. Twisted pair cables are made up of two insulated copper wires that are twisted together. This twisting helps to reduce interference. RJ45 connectors are used to connect hosts to all types of Ethernet segments. They are a popular type of connector that is easy to use and secure. RJ11 connectors are used to connect telephones to twisted pair cables. They are not typically used in Ethernet networks. Question 248. To locate and establish contact with DHCP servers on the local network, which type of transmissions do DHCP clients depend on? A. Anycast. B. Broadcast. C. Multicast. D. Unicast. Correct answer. B. Broadcast. When a DHCP client boots up on a network, it does not know the IP address of any DHCP servers. To find a DHCP server, the client broadcasts a DHCP DISCOVER message to all devices on the network. DHCP servers that receive the DHCP DISCOVER message are required to respond with a DHCP OFFER message, even if they do not have any IP addresses available to lease. This allows the client to learn the IP address of at least one DHCP server on the network. The client can then send a DHCP REQUEST message to the DHCP server that it has selected. This message is a unicast message, so the client knows the IP address of the server to which it is sending the message. The DHCP server will then lease an IP address to the client and send a DHCP ACK message to confirm the lease. The client can then use the leased IP address to communicate on the network. DHCP clients cannot use unicast, multicast, or anycast messages to initiate contact with DHCP servers because they do not know the addresses of these servers. By broadcasting the DHCP DISCOVER message, the client can reach all DHCP servers on the network. Question 249. To exchange messages with another system, which protocol does the ping utility use? A. ICMP. B. IGMP. C. TCP. D. UDP. Correct answer. A. ICMP. The ping command uses the ICMP protocol to send echo requests and receive echo replies from other systems. ICMP is a network layer protocol that is used for a variety of purposes, including error reporting, network testing, and routing. The UDP and TCP protocols are transport layer protocols that are used to carry application layer data. They are connection-oriented protocols that provide reliable delivery of data. Ping does not use either of these protocols because it does not need to guarantee delivery of data. The IGMP protocol is used to create and manage multicast groups. Multicast groups allow a single data stream to be sent to multiple receivers. Ping does not use IGMP because it does not send data to multicast groups. Question 250. What problem does spanning tree protocol specifically address? A. Excessive broadcast traffic from VLANs. B. IP address conflicts. C. Loops created by redundant switch connections. D. Unauthorized access to network switches. Correct answer. C. Loops created by redundant switch connections. STP addresses the problem of Layer 2 switching loops caused by redundant paths between switches. STP provides loop prevention by blocking unnecessary links. If STP were not used, redundant links could flood the network with broadcast traffic, degrading performance. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful for you, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more practice questions and tips.